Alright, this might sound a little weird, but have you ever seen a glitch in a game that feels too weird? Not like a normal bug or a texture freakout, but something that feels almost personal, like creepy, like the game is doing something it's not supposed to. Well, back in early 2024, a strange post started going viral on Twitter. Someone claimed they were playing Five Nights at Freddy's 3 on their PS4 and something seriously messed up happened. Instead of the usual spring lock ending, they got a weird, disturbing image that wouldn't go away. No matter how many times they tried to turn the console off, the image stayed frozen on the screen. Some people thought it was just a glitch, others swore it was malware, and of course there were the ones saying it had to be part of an ARG or something. That's what we're going to be looking into today, so let's just get into it. The original post came from a user named Pocoshoko on Twitter. According to the screenshots and the reactions from people floating around, they posted a video of the glitch in action while they were actually playing, or what they said was a glitch. You see the spring lock failure cutscene start in FNaF 3, and then suddenly the game cuts out and displays this strange, creepy image. I'm gonna play the video. There's no warning needed because there's no jump scare or anything, it's just kinda creepy. If you wanna skip the video, go to this timestamp. Yeah, so first, the user claimed it wouldn't disappear no matter what. Turning the PS4 off and back on didn't work. Closing the app? Nope. The image just stayed, like it had taken over the system. And then the post vanished. Not just a tweet, the entire account was deleted. No explanation and pretty much no follow-up, just gone. And obviously that just made people even more obsessed with figuring this out. And that's when this rabbit hole kinda started. So after that, things actually started spreading. A couple of YouTube channels posted quote-unquote proof of the same glitch. In one video, someone films their TV while playing the spring lock ending. Just like before, it cuts out and shows that same image. In another video, a different person records themselves reacting in real time. With like their controller in hand, panicking because obviously nothing works, The screen is pretty much just stuck for all of these. Classic. And then it escalated. Another video came out, this time not just filmed with a phone, but supposedly screen captured directly from the PS4. Same glitch, but now the image was different. Not the exact same one from Pokoshoko's post, which started a whole new wave of speculation. Was the image changing? Or are there different versions of the glitch? People started claiming the PS4 version of FNaF 3 had been compromised. Some people even said that it was tied to like a Russian malware or like a pirated version of the game. Others thought it was just a mod someone snuck in. And of course, some were obviously convinced it was all just a hoax from the start. Okay, here's where it gets even more bizarre. Digging deeper into all of this, Reddit users were actually able to find the source of the creepy image pretty quickly. Turns out, it's just a dog. A weirdly kind of distorted photo of a dog sitting in the backseat of a car. The original photo had been posted on Reddit years ago, completely unrelated to FNaF. Is it just me or is the original image creepier than the edited one? So yeah, what I imagine happened is someone had taken that image, threw some filters on it to make it look cursed, and used it as the center of the glitch. Once this discovery hit, people were divided, obviously. Some admitted it was clearly fake, and it was just a creepy photo turned into an internet myth. Others stuck to the idea that it was real or that there was a pirated version of the game that made this happen. Probably people just rage baiting others, come on. A few even swore they'd seen the glitch themselves, but of course never had any proof. And here is where it gets even weirder. So some creators took the whole thing and ran with it, turning it into a full-on ARG. One channel named Fonted, which is going to be the main topic of discussion of this section, and made an entire series around this supposed glitch, complete with stuff about malware, hidden files, creepy sound effects, and cryptic messages. In their first video on this glitch, they claimed that inside the game's files, there was an MP3 that played this. Which, after doing some brief research, led back to a super old video from 2008 called The Stranger's Looping Song. This sound matched the one heard in the glitch clips. In another video by the same channel, oh my god, they said that if you dig far enough, you'd find a hidden bat file that changed your desktop background, or even an executable that opened mysterious 7RU files. And one of those files was allegedly password locked with a word that translated from Russian to 100%. What was inside? Well, a distorted video to say the least, this time involving a missing kid, unsettling text, and more cryptic imagery. And by the way, this is a super oversimplification and summary of this analog horror. I guess you could call it that. At this point, the glitch had gone from just a creepy image during the spring lock ending to a secret game, inside a virus, inside a cursed file. You can probably see where this is going. Towards the end of the series, a new character got introduced, or at least a fictional one, Nathan Berg. By the way, this is the intro of the last video in the ARG. I think it's pretty funny. I'm going to give an insanely brief summary of this 15-minute video so we can move on to the debunking. So basically, Nathan is seen playing through the corrupted version of the game. The spring lock ending happens, and the creepy image appears again. And from there, things spiral. Conversations appear between Nathan, who is implied to be the crying child from FNaF 4, and William Afton. There's this eerie line dropped in the dialogue, "I don't want your last moments to be in unfamiliar places." Eventually, the game crashes, Nathan checks his computer, hoping everything's okay, but instead he finds a corrupted text file on his desktop that says, "Get back in the game, Nathan Berg." Inside that file was also a Reddit link, which was the same original post with the creepy dog photo. So yeah, full circle, kind of cool, not gonna lie. This last video in the series ends with Nathan reopening the game. The truth is revealed, this wasn't FNaF 3 at all. It was a fake version downloaded from a shady website. A trap. It was a virus pretending to be a haunted game, designed to lure curious players in with the promise of a secret ending or hidden lore. But there was no secret ending, just some fake game set up to mess with you, track your location, and freak you out. And yeah, the video then shows this final scene. At the end, it states that Nathan went missing when he was 14 years old, and that if you know any information, report it to this number, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's a pretty cool analog horror. I don't think I have to convince anyone that this is an analog horror though. So, was the glitch real? No, it wasn't. Well, let's break it down. So the original Twitter post, it was deleted, and the account was literally wiped. So that's, The videos, well, most of them admitted in the description that they were staged or part of an ARG. About the image, well, it's a literal distorted photo of a dog I found on Reddit years before, which again is a very creepy image, like unedited and stuff by itself, but we're not talking about that right now. The virus game stuff, well, it was completely made up for the sake of the analog horror videos. There's no real malware in the official PS4 version of FNAF 3. And there's been zero confirmed reports from legitimate sources that anything like this ever happened on PlayStation. So yeah, whole thing's fake. Kinda cool though. Kinda creepy, but real? No. But I like to think it is. This whole thing honestly reminds me of how easy it is to turn something small, like a weird photo or a fake glitch, into a full-blown mystery. You just need the right image, a little editing, a deleted Twitter account, and a bunch of curious people willing to dig deeper than they probably should. Was it scary? Yeah. Ooh, that was scary. Was it fake? Definitely. Was it fun to look into? Absolutely. Anyways, that's the story of the FNAF 3 PS4 glitch that turned out to be a dog. That's the weird rabbit hole for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this explanation I made. If you like videos like this, where I just pick apart weird internet mysteries and like creepy gaming stories, then it would mean a lot if you subbed to this Spooksis channel on this youtube.com website. I've got a couple more videos like this in the backlog. Thanks for watching, and please, I'm begging you, stop downloading FNAF from shady websites. See you in the next video. Peace.